For today's cup of coffee, expect paradankness.
In what way?
In every conceivable way. That was just like, it's been one of these days, and it is post-eclipse day.
Yeah.
And it has just, I don't know, is it just now that we're starting to see some of the true insanity trickle in, or is it just whatever? I mean,
it has not been trickling in.
It's been flooding in.
It's been this crack, and it's been leaking. It's been a heavy leak, and then it's just, we're waiting for the dam to break at this point.
Yes, I think so. And it's just one of those, I didn't want to go out of the house. I've gotten to where a lot of times I don't want to go out of the house. I used to like to go out of the house.
Uh-huh.
But then this reality shifted totally, completely.
Well, they also didn't they fire up CERN?
Yes, they did. And they had, actually, according to Mudahar, that they had done that a couple of days before the eclipse or whatever.
Yeah, because they always say, oh, we're going to do something on such date, and then do it way before.
Right. Which is weird.
Because they lie.
Weird.
They're lying about what they're doing.
Because, anyhow, it's like, I think some of mine started last night because uploading to YouTube, there was a fresh level of hell on that. Because anytime that I discuss an article or want to give credit to someone that has inspired me, another channel or something like that, it's a matter of putting it in the description box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I noticed that when I put the links there, that it's like it gave me the little red edges. And I thought, what the hell is this? So the fresh level of hell that they have started is if you put any kind of link that there's not, instead of them verifying the link, they want to verify the content creator.
Yeah.
And that I had my option of turning on the camera and letting them photograph me, or to take a picture of, an ID, or to let them, the last one, which could take up a month to verify or whatever, which was that I am human. Well, hell, I've been on there for years.
Yeah. Well, I understand why they want to start doing that, because there's quite a few scam videos on there. And you need to verify whether or not it's an actual human uploading these videos or posting these links, or rather than just a bot account or something like that. But we all know there's ulterior motives also.
Absolutely. There's a reason I use a screen name. That privacy. I am one of these people. I'm an extremely private person.
You are.
And it's like, no. And then as far as allowing them to have a photocopy of a government-issued ID, no.
I mean, I've had to do that with, like, IMView and stuff like that.
I don't care. And how many times have these things been hacked?
Many.
To me, that is stupid.
Yeah.
And I try to avoid the stupid. I'm not doing well with it, with the avoiding.
No.
I'm not. I'm truly not. But I thought, this is just nuts. So what I will do on that is they will either... I mean, I always give people credit, but it was, like the videos, if it was Robert Phoenix or Wendigoon, who we discussed in the previous one.
Yeah.
Or as far as, it was citing my sources, because that's how I learned to do things.
So what link was it?
Any link, even as far as the Daily Mail article that we had referenced. Any external link. But the thing is...
So are they getting rid of links in previous videos?
I don't know. I haven't even gone that far because I was too exhausted yesterday to even fight it.
Because now YouTube, you're really screwing yourselves over right now.
Because, I mean, it was a matter of giving these creators, I wanted to make it easy for people that came along and heard it. All they had to do was just click the link and then they could go to their video. That's called courtesy. That's called respect.
Well, I guess now you're just gonna have to say the title of the video,
Right.
in our actual videos now.
Yeah. But now it was fine because the link was there on BitChute and Rumble.
Well, yeah, because they're not
Because they're not stupid.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So it started then. And then this morning to have to transport my mother to have her taxes prepared, which my mother will be 80 in July. And I thought, okay, that's fine. I'll just drive her and, the 6 miles, 6 miles, whatever, and I can just, So I just didn't even. I went out in a pair of flip-flops, pajama pants. I went out in a hoodie. I hadn't done anything to just body, because other than wake up and throw on a hat. And then she comes out of the tax preparing place, and she's like, "You have to come in." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
I threw a fit. I'm like, "You have got to be." And so, yes, I'm standing there cussing.
Well, did you cuss?
Yes.
Like,
I didn't cuss her.
You didn't cuss outside, I don't think. You
No, I
cussed
was in
in
the
the car.
car.
So
It was
it wasn't
basically-
like you were standing out in the open cussing, and the window
I've been known
wasn't
to do
down
that. No,
either.
it's just like, it's like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I mean, for
Yeah,
real.
you were saying that.
Yes. Yes, repeatedly. Because it was just one of those. And the dissociation. I have found myself just sort of sitting and staring into the abyss.
Into the void. Into the void. Gotta escape the void. There's no other choice. Yeah.
So it has just been weird. And we knew that it was going to be weird. And scrolling through headlines.
It's like today, like seriously, it's almost I won't say a manic energy, but it's
But that's just like Kid had shown me. It was a remix that he found on TikTok of Sade's song "Smooth Operator," and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, except it makes you feel like you're being like plunged. Someone's got a plunger on your soul, and they're just like, "What?
Yes.
Yeah."
And it's like I told him, I said, it's like that in Dune. It is a matter of folding space to travel without moving. And I'm
Sonically.
like, oh God.
Folding
No.
sonic space.
No. But there have, as far as headlines, just really, really weird, scary, tragic shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And we knew some of this was going to happen.
I think that's why God put you on Twitter now, because it's just getting too dark on there.
Well, yes and no. And I was trying to, they have updated the news site, of course. You've got to realize that Daily Mail on a lot of this stuff is one step. It's sort of like the National Enquirer now I don't want to put them in the league of the Weekly World News, because I have high respect for the Weekly World News. I do. Because you knew...
In the beginning, it was soft disclosure.
You knew what you were getting when you picked up a copy of the Weekly World News.
Yeah.
That boy lives.
Bat boy. I remember there was something about this alien, and it had like a pinched face on it. And it was just like...
They had... I mean, it was... They were great.
I'll eat your toes. It looked like it had the face that said, "I'll eat your toes. You got any mustard? I'll eat your toes."
I could have written for those people. Oh my God, I could have written for them in a heartbeat. Would have loved to. Would have loved to have been able to be a writer for that. But there was as far as anytime you think you're having a bad day, you can always find people who are having a worse day.
Oh yeah.
And trying to validate some of these stories, sometimes I do, and sometimes I really don't, because they're just ridiculous. Like this one where a lady in Florida had gone out, and somehow she came in, and that big-ass alligator in her kitchen.
Well,
Close the doors, you're in Florida.
Yeah. What did it eat?
It did. I don't know. I don't know if it went in and made it a sandwich or what.
Did she have any animals?
I don't.
Oh God! It ate the kitty.
No, it could have happened. It could have happened. I'm a little disappointed that the aliens didn't show up during the eclipse. Just a little bit.
That's okay. They'll show up another day.
But the thing that I was scrolling through the headlines and looking at, and I thought, now, damn, this would be a bad day. And just, you can type it in. It's like, lady, it's from Mexico. The headline from the dailymail.com. Female comedian and influencer with 2 million followers is forced to have her buttocks amputated after fillers injected into her rear leaked. Wow, it may not be a good idea to have foreign stuff injected into your body. Imagine that.
She really lost her ass on this one.
Is it going to be like Captain Knuckles that she'll have a wooden ass?
No, it's upgraded. It's plastic.
Oh, is it? That's what I thought. That was the whole point. It was plastic to begin with.
No, that's some sort of. I don't know what the fuck that is. That ain't plastic.
I mean, that's absolutely. Who was it? SpongeBob? Which one was it that broke their ass?
That was Patrick.
It was Patrick that broke his ass.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's broke his ass on several occasions.
That was just, it was real. And then as far as these ladies, because they fear aging, why? That they had gotten Botox and that they had facial paralysis. Well, no shit.
Botox, what do you think Botox does? It literally gives you facial paralysis.
Yes. But then
that was hence the joke. Shit. Hence the joke. I'm smiling. Can't you tell?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
That is just unreal.
Yes.
And then there was, should I even
it's
discuss?
Been in several shows. Several shows have made jokes about that. The fact that their face doesn't move.
Do they really? Is Stepford Wife actually the ideal these days?
Some people want that. Some people don't. It just depends on person. But
it's crazy.
Yeah, some people do.
It really, really is crazy. And is it that the crazy is being revealed? Is what's going on? I think a lot of it has to do with the social media.
Yeah.
And it's like, and maybe it's just that we're more aware of the crazy.
It is.
And some people should not have a camera because they will embarrass themselves.
And have on several occasions.
And that was just like, oh goodness, what is that one YouTuber? Paul Joseph Watson, was that his name? That we had watched earlier. Because it's like, as far as trying to remember some of these people's names and stuff like that, it's always a challenge. Yeah, I actually got it right. Paul Joseph Watson.
Hey.
And his video was called Gym Thoughts. There you go. That's something to have your coffee with. And as far as some of these people
going
go
away
into a public area and just griping if somebody got in their shot, some of the things that they were videoing in public, it's like, I wouldn't want to see it.
No. They're embarrassing themselves.
They are embarrassing themselves. And that some of these gym owners are, it's like, no, you can't do that here.
Yeah, it's like filming not allowed. Photos not allowed.
And it shouldn't be. You should not have to worry about going out in public and ending up on somebody's feed of somebody, especially if they're going to be an asshole. And a lot of them are assholes.
Well, it's just the fact that they shouldn't be doing that anyway.
Right. Well,
they shouldn't be doing that shit. It's like, have a little self-respect.
And I'm not a fan of new legislation on some of this stuff. I'm really not. because we have, I think, for every new law that they ought to have to take old ones off the books. Mm-hmm. As far as filming someone and uploading it without their consent, that should be illegal.
It is in some states. I think over in California it's like that somewhere. Mm-hmm. Some places.
It should be. Because that's a violation of that person's... unless they consent to that, mm-hmm. that shouldn't be a thing.
No, I mean, one dude literally had... that poor guy... And everybody came at him like he was the one looking at her. But no, she did that in front of him, trying to just...
Oh, yeah, baiting.
Yeah.
Baiting these guys.
He was just a person working at Best Buy. That was it.
Oh, yeah, that one was horrible. That was horrible.
And he had to make, what, 2 videos defending himself in a way?
Yeah.
Actually, no, he was defending himself.
And it's one of those that should have been, like, they used to have... decency laws as far as if somebody were exposing themselves that used to be illegal. Mm-hmm. That needs to be put back on the books. So, coffee slurp incoming.
Slurp, slurp, slurp. She says coffee slurp, but she can't do it. She'll suck it down her own.
Yeah. That and the... kid had, because I'm up to, I think I have subscribed to maybe 14 people at this point on X, but it just, he had warned me, but not, he didn't warn me enough.
Because I never thought that you would actually get an X account.
Well, that's true, and I think it's just that where you all grew up with these things. And as adults, we were very naive about the internet.
Yeah, no, it's like street smarts. You had to have them on there.
And to look at somebody had posted something, and on some of the things they will have a thing, it's like it's adult content or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Not all of them.
Decent.
Not on everything.
That's decent. And so here I am last night, and it's like news report about the eclipse and stuff like that. And it goes through there, and it was just, maybe a 15-second clip or whatever, which ended up, it's like a virtual teabag. And I'm like, oh. And I'm like... and then he's like, yeah, Mama, that happens lots. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's normal. Seeing people show their ass and other things, that's normal on there at this point. It's just, it's unfazing.
If I had wanted to see people's asses, I would have stayed in nursing. For real.
People used to have decency, but then again, there's always been like a group of people that just...
And there are some people that they are so emotionally and mentally stunted that they never progress past 4th grade. I hope that no one in our audience is one of those. There's somebody someplace...
No, you know one that's like that. Sheepish. You know some like that. You know.
That sheepish is sitting there going, damn, she outing me.
Literally. That's what's happening. It's like, oh. And oh.
But it has just been nuts.
Yeah.
Oh. But one of the things that we noticed also in Mudahar, I love Mudahar. He's up there, and it's Some Ordinary Gamers.
Yeah.
He is a hoot.
He is.
He really is. And he's a smart guy. He does something like cybersecurity or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he talks about a variety of things.
He does.
And it's just him and the camera and the microphone, and I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Because he had shown a compilation of all these TikToks and all these shorts and all this stuff with the high, quality videoing and the text words and the high production, and I'm thinking, everybody's on overload over that.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
really too much.
Are.
People can't. It's not sustainable. It's not good for your health. It's not.
I don't think it is.
It ain't good for your brain. It was like that video that a normal Grand Theft Auto San Andreas review that I showed you. That was simple.
It was, but it still had, even as far as the graphics, and it was more like old school, YouTube.
It was so simple, though.
And it's like, it made me grateful that we stay in our lane.
Yeah.
And that was like, as far as, no, I mean, Mudahar, that it's just him sitting and sharing his thoughts. Mm-hmm. That's like Styx Hexenhammer. He just sits there and he shares his thoughts. He's done the same thing as far as, he's been on YouTube for a very long period of time. Mm-hmm. And I am so grateful that he is experiencing more success, even as far as going on with Tim Pool and Jeremy of the Quartering and different things like that. And he has worked so hard. He deserves that.
He does. He does good videos. And like, back in the day of classic YouTube, the skits like that San Andreas thing, skits like that were more high production. Mm-hmm. While if you wanted to hear someone's just thoughts or whatever, just something that they're talking about, you just went to a video and someone was literally just sitting there in front of the camera
talking
and nothing else. Sometimes they wouldn't even edit the videos. A lot of the time they wouldn't.
Right. And it's like, to have just simple and real. And
you weren't there for the save your child from being a goth thing.
Oh God.
It was
what year was that?
Oh God, that was like 2010 maybe.
Okay, so I was still working down at the jail at that point.
Not 28. 2008, I think, maybe.
Okay, I was still working down the jail.
Yeah, you were busy.
Was walking stairs.
Yeah.
Trying to keep people from hurting themselves and others.
I know for a fact that like 2010, 2011, I definitely showed you that video at some point.
You
I
may
just
have.
don't know.
You've got to realize I worked
there's
12-hour shifts.
But there's also a lot of shit I've shown you over the years, so I don't even remember all the shit I've shown you.
And that was just like when the dancing baby back in the day.
Oh, God.
God, that was the creepiest thing I had ever seen.
I can't stop this feeling.
It was crazy. And that was when I was working, like I said, in radio.
Huh?
And that was when I was working in radio.
Yeah.
And it's like, I miss radio. I loved radio. I loved the illusion that radio allows you to have. And that is something, and that's what we were discussing as far as video killed the radio star. Did it really?
I'm pretty sure. I don't think it did. I think it just gave it a different platform. But there's also apps now that is like your own little radio station.
Right.
You can just talk on it and people will tune in and listen. Old friend and I used to go on there here and there.
Right.
And just talk and people would join here and there.
But it's like, as far as our little tiny pirate ship here, and I'm glad we're poddling pirates. Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah.
And at what point do people have the information and all of it, social media overload, to where that pendulum swings back and they just want people just like they're sitting out on the front porch having coffee, which is basically what this started.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We are those weird cousins. It's like, it depends on who you ask, whether you admit that you're kin to them or not.
It's like, yeah, we know them. We don't talk about them.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, we got family we don't claim. And, they family don't claim us neither.
Yeah. Well, there's some family that doesn't even know we exist.
I'd rather. That's purposeful.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, aliens and the fuckeries and the people losing their mind and literally losing their asses.
What kind of
I think she took that a little bit too seriously.
Yeah.
Can you imagine waking up in the hospital and the doctors It's like having to explain, we have had to remove your ass, to surgically remove your ass.
Your butt burst. It's no longer a bubble butt.
No.
That bubble burst.
And it's just...
Pancake. You now you now look like you sat in a frying pan.
I don't even.
You have to wear a pair of wooden legs and an ass.
It's crazy.
Wait. There's actually... It's costume pants and the ass is literally showing out of the underwear.
I think those are called chaps.
No, it's... I'll show you. Hold up.
You can't show them. So
I can't show them, but they can hear you react.
It can wait.
No, it can't.
Oh my goodness, this wasn't... Not like this is ever scripted, but, as far as... Should we discuss the Aries impulse control thing going on right now? Oh, it's a fake ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prosthetic ass.
Like Spencer's.
Prosthetic ass.
It's even since the 80s, again, talking about people that are stuck in fourth grade mentality.
Yeah.
Spencer's.
It's always been cool.
It's freshman year.
Nothing
it's
wrong
the
with
same
that.
thing.
It's like cringe. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
That's like there's a game called Slayer X, and it's just a load of edgy cringe.
Oh, goodness. Well, there's always... People go through phases, and to allow other people to go through phases. But now they can't even go through those phases in relative anonymity because they're putting their stupid online where it lasts forever. Forever. That's horrifying.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. Final thoughts. Post-eclipse.
What kind of fuckery is this? What kind of fuckery? Someone did Amy wrong.
What?
Someone played Amy Winehouse in a biopic. They did her dirty.
Well, of
they
course
didn't sound like her, didn't look like her, none of it. Didn't. Why would you have someone re-record her songs? Just use her songs.
That's just...
That's disrespectful.
Absolutely. And that is one of the main things, is lack of respect. And it's like, no, we won't even go there because I'll go off on another half-hour tangent.
And that's
like,
okay.
No, we try to stick around 30 minutes, sometimes less. If you've had experiences with paranormal, supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, you can send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And, links, I guess, in the future, you can go to BitChute and Rumble to find the links.
You can. Also find her on X, or previously known as Twitter, or Linda, COCWS. It's like a radio station call sign. So, thank you all for joining us today in this cup of coffee. Have a good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Know that you're loved.
Yes.
Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated.
Yep.
Let's pray one for another. Pray for those people that's out there doing the stupid because God knows they need prayer.
Yeah, they do.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.